Hey there everyone, Dr. Beth Westy here, and I wanted to pop on and talk about sugar cravings since it's Easter, haha. And I know we all probably ate more sugar today than we wanted to. That's okay. But realize now is a really good time to check your gut health, check your, blood sugar levels and how things are going, because if your system gets out of balance with blood sugar balance, it's really easy to get caught in a constant sugar craving because of the way your blood sugars go up and then crash and then up and then crash, right? They'll go up when you eat a lot of sugar, and then when your body burns through that sugars and how your system responds, right? Release of insulin, and it helps your body manage and regulate, but then that sugar drops off and you get this crash. We've all seen this with kids, right? They get sugar and they're super fired up and then they crash and it's awful. It's awful. So when we look at adults, can this happen the same way? Yeah. And it can make you cranky. It can make you tired. It can wear your system out faster, right? But how does some of these other hormones play into this? And is your system more likely to have sugar cravings based on hormones, right? So I wanted to talk about some of the main hormones with sugar cravings when we look at keeping your system satisfied and having regular hunger. A lot of women with a really slow metabolism or no metabolism, they don't realize I don't really get hungry. I'm not really hungry ever. That's a problem. You should have hunger. You should be hungry. Yeah, you should feel hunger in the morning when you wake up. You should be hungry when it's time to eat. Your system should be hungry. And then when you eat, you should feel satisfied. You should have hunger and satisfaction or feeling full when you eat an appropriate amount of food, right? When those things don't happen, you're going to have some of these hormones being off, right? This is really, really important to understand. It's not just you being willpower, less, not having enough grit to get through the day if you're hungry, because it's really important you honor this natural balance your system should have. You should be hungry at certain times, especially in the morning. If you're not, there's something wrong with your system, right? And then when you eat, you should feel satisfied, you should feel full, and that should turn off that hunger, which helps tell your body to, stop eating. Now, how does this play into if you have other hormonal issues? Veronica, that was me, but hunger is happening now. Yes, especially in the morning. Yay! That's amazing. That's a huge win. I don't think people understand what a big deal that is to feel hungry in the morning if you haven't. That's a really, really big deal. That's a really big deal because that means that your system is shifting on the inside. And once you have these things shift and change on the inside, then that change can happen on the outside. When you have a hormonal issue and when things are kind of off internally, I don't care how hard you work out. I don't care if you're on the most perfect diet ever. It's not going to happen. Count all the calories you want. You're not going to see these outside results if you're not working with what's happening internally. And this is where this really comes into play. So feel it. That's such a big win, Veronica. Yay. Oh, I'm so excited about that. Being hungry at the right time and then having your body be satisfied at the right time. You might be thinking, duh, of course. No, it's a big deal. Once those things start to shift on the inside, then you can move forward to get results on the outside. Okay. So leptin and ghrelin, they play off of each other, really, really important hormones. How does that play with sugar cravings? Again, your system should be hungry and be satisfied then at specific times so you're not getting sugar cravings. Another thing to realize though is that your estrogens actually help manage blood sugar levels too. There's a lot of, I don't want to say misinformation, but a lot of information out there about your hormones when they get off and what to do about it and what are some signs and symptoms and all these other things. But realize that if your hormones are off, it can actually cause more sugar cravings. So I had somebody ask me recently about some of the things that they had go on and and they were attributing sugar cravings to the fact that they didn't have any willpower. Oh, well, I just give in or I just binge on sugar at the end of the day, And then what I did was I looked at her Dutch test, and I was like, yeah, your estrogens are not at a level where it's going to help support your blood sugar either. So it's never just one thing, right? It's never just your willpower. And usually I find for women, it's never just the leptin, ghrelin, your insulin levels, right? Insulin, glucagon, those things are supposed to help balance as well. Those things are mostly controlled with the food that you eat though. And then your estrogens too. So if you're having these three things be off in your system, of course you're not going to be able to manage your sugar cravings. It's like your system is driving the bus, not you. You can't force it, right? Your system's driving. So if you ever feel like, I don't know what happened, it's like I all of a sudden wake up in the kitchen, with my face stuffed full of chocolate or chips or whatever, crackers. Oh, what? And then you get really upset. It's because your system was on autopilot. Your system was driving. These hormones were in charge and they weren't in balance. So if you're, again, a lot of times when I go over Dutch, I will ask women these questions in advance and say, listen, here's what I see. Here's what I see going on with your system. Do you have this? Do you have these sugar cravings? Are you unable to manage this on your own? Yes. Oh my gosh. I just thought I was terrible at following through. And I'm like, no, your system needs more help. And these hormones are supposed to help manage this for you. That's a lot of heavy lifting to expect your willpower to do all of it when it's not designed to do that, right? You only have so much willpower throughout the day. And once it's gone, which is why women oftentimes, the hormones get off by the end of the day really terribly. Cortisol plays into this as well. And then you don't have any willpower left anyway, right? So keep that in mind. Leptin is for feeling satisfied. Ghrelin is for hunger. You should have those throughout the day in balance. And then also if your estrogens are off, it can be hard to manage your blood sugar levels too, which means you're going to get more sugar cravings. So if you are curious about Dutch test, and this gets shipped right to your house. This is why I love this test. It gets shipped right to your house. It's a dried urine test. You send it in, and then we go over your results to make sure you get the right next steps for you and what's going to be the most effective for you. I'm going to put a link here where you guys can fill out a form. There's different types of Dutch testing, so I want to make sure that you get the right test sent to you. That's why I have you fill out a little form so you can get the right one sent to you. So I put that in the comments right there, that you can check it out. But this is a really important thing that I wanted to cover. I wanted to talk about. And again, it's a holiday, right? A lot of people are eating a lot of sugar and candy and other things, other treats, yes. So just something else to get you guys some more info on. If you're looking for more resources, my podcast is The Female Health Solution. You can check out a ton of episodes there. I've done some episodes recently on just kind of managing life now, right? On, the stay-at-home orders. And I also have a YouTube channel, which is Dr. Beth Westy. You can subscribe to that YouTube channel so you stay updated on all the videos I have coming out. And then I have my book, The Female Fat Solution. This is on Amazon, where I really detail out nutrition for the female cycle. I'm a women's health expert, so I work with women and I talk about how to match your food with your hormones throughout the month. And if you're in perimenopause, if you're in menopause, I also cover that in here as well. But I also talk about some of this as well in the book. Really, really important information for women to understand. So if you're looking for the resources or have any other questions, don't hesitate to reach out. But that's what I got for you guys today. Let me know if there's any other topics that you want me to discuss or dive into, as the videos I'm doing kind of right now are based off the feedback I'm getting. And a lot of women have had some sugar cravings due to some of the stress, and then it's throwing off, right, their hunger and satisfaction. So we're getting that turned around for people right now, which is really exciting. All right, have a great rest of your night, and I will see you guys later.